Hello, welcome one and all to Codeweaver Plays Games. Let's switch right on over. Maybe. Can we do the thing? Apparently my webcam has decided not to show up, so let's fiddle with this until we make that work, because I think I just have a window ordering issue. There we go. Hey, I'm back. Well, you know what? Although I frequently just restart streams whenever that happens, I'm not going to this time. Although I do notice that I'll have to fix the scaling on my window. Not entirely sure how that worked out. Probably because I was recording at a different resolution at one point. But we'll just quickly tweak that and then switch right on back over into the FrostPunk game. There we go. Hey, how do you like that? Can you tell I'm not a professional YouTuber? I don't have this all down pat myself. I don't have an army of people to do it for me. So there we go. Let's just get right into this. So I've been playing around with FrostPunk for quite a while. Over the years, FrostPunk 2 is coming out, and I recently played through A New Home on stream, and I don't think that resumed story is actually reflecting it. I think I had an intermediary game. It doesn't matter. Point is, I'm going to start a new game, and I'm going to try to get through the basic scenario again. But I'm going to try to do it cleanly in the sense that I'm going to try to not take in either of the two main directions the game can go at the sort of story juncture point. There's at least one thing that you can take that sort of does a big rule enforcement thing. And I think on the last time I did the Faith route, and I took the Faith Keepers, or whatever they're called, and while that does enable you to get a good semblance of control over your colony, it does get you the, quote, bad ending. Unfortunately, it's like such a compelling thing to take in order to establish control that it's really hard to do it without it, but I'm going to try anyway. But let's see. I don't know how different this is technically going to be. That is a bit loud. At least it's a bit loud in my headset. Let's see if I can balance the audio just a little bit. Let's see how it sounds on stream. Of course, now the music's not playing. Okay, well, whatever. I'll check it out when the actual game's I don't know how different this is going to be than the last stream. I probably won't change my strategies up a whole lot, but we'll find out just sort of what happens. But I'm bound to determine. Let's give this one more go. We're not going to do that. We're going to select A New Home as the main story. We're going to hit start, and let's just dig right on into this. Yes. I've also noticed something else. During the course of experimenting with using the webcam, I found out that a lot of my streams actually used the webcam microphone rather than my separate studio level microphone, whatever. So sorry for that. Didn't even notice, because I don't have a whole lot of people in my chat room warning me about this sort of stuff, and it just didn't even occur to me that was happening. Check the audio. Turn that up a little bit.
Suddenly, without a warning. When tides had changed, they changed for all of us, no matter wealth or class. It lost brought rain to snow. And with it, the last traces of humanity.
I love this intro.
We bid farewell to plenty. And for those who remained, came the time to adapt. We decided to leave our homes and head north. We roamed for weeks, maybe months, leaving behind all the things we once believed had made us. It was hope that pushed us forward. Slowly, step by step, we knew the cost of our journey, and we paid the price 100 times. Finally, the time has come to build the last city on Earth.
All right. So, just in case my particular ramblings during that whole music stream get stripped out by all the stupid robotic algorithms, blah, blah, blah. I was just fiddling with audio settings, so that's great. We're going to make another run through this, and we're going to see if we can get a solid getting through it without having to use the hardcore control law that you can establish to get the, quote, good ending. We're probably going to go down instead of going down the faith route, we'll go down the sort of, I can't remember what it's called, dedication route or whatever it is. The one that has a possibility of descending into a police state, but we're going to try to avoid going into the police state angle. In fact, we're on purpose going to just fail the game if we can't get there. I'm going to do it, and come what may, we're going to try to get a good ending out of this. And if we fail, we fail. Let's do the thing. Let's get right on into this. Alright. So, we need to get the generator working. It provides heat and power. Now, I'm probably going to skip a lot of the dialogue on this because I've done it in the last stream. And until we get to something really, truly new, we won't worry about it too much. Alright. Let's see if we can't establish a few tents really early on. Okay, so let's see. We're not going to need steel necessarily right away. We're definitely going to need crates. So let's get everybody on the crates. Let's get the wood established right away so that we can then get the brain is not functioning. The gathering stations done right away. Get all the wood crates, and then we'll get pile of people on coal so we can at least get through the nights. So let's see if we can't quickly rip through. Oh, hello. What do we got here? Workers needed. There's so much to do and not enough time to do it. A quick way of addressing this problem is put the children to work. Open the book of laws. Totally not doing that. I'm going to try to be ultra nice about this. We're doing child shelters. I know I'm forging a really tough path for myself here, but... Alright. So we got more wood. Let's get some of the houses in fast. I'm going to leave the child center for now. I really, really want to get good coal coming in. I want to get all of our people housed sooner rather than later. Or, okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that should cover the 80 people, because I think it's 10 people per tent. Even if it isn't and we have a few extra, that's not a crisis. And, okay, we'll build the child shelter right away because we can. Now, we really want to get on two things. We want to get on the research facilities really, really quickly, so that we can start researching the steam hubs and the sawmill. Because if you run out of wood, you are just clearly hosed. Alright. So we're going to go up to steam level 1, only for the nighttime. Children are cared for and hope rises. Okay. Yeah. Okay, we're actually in pretty good shape here. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take people off of the wood crates, start applying them to steel. That's wood, that's coal, this is all coal. which we are going to need. Alright, so let's build up some steel supplies. You can introduce a new law, and somebody's sick. So let's see if we can't. Can we get health, medical post? We'll squeeze one in there right now. Let's not even wait around to at least get one medical facility in there. I know technically I could wait and then gain hope later from it, but I want to see if I can get ahead of some of these ahead of time. Now, in terms of apprentices, I'm going to want to go. I tend to go engineer heavy. Because I want to get research done really, really fast. Okay, now when morning breaks, we're going to take down the heat so that we don't burn coal during the day. We don't have a whole lot of time to make that practical. Okay, let's find our engineers. We're going to put 5 of them to work at the medical post. Okay, so we're building up some steel. What do we need in order to get... We're going to need the cookhouse and the hunter's huts pretty quickly, but... Alright, gathering post. Let's get the gathering post established, so that we can get people out of the cold. So that one is definitely going to be a major advantage. And we're also going to need... Oh, that worked out okay. Got some good wood coming along. Let's get another gathering post built here. I can keep people from getting too sick up front. Keep everybody working at maximum potential, because the one thing that'll kill you is basically just having so many people sick that they're just not doing the jobs as well as they could. But I don't want to put people to heavy labor because some of their people are sick. A note of thanks. We wanted to thank you back in London. It was the wealthy who only the wealthy who could send their kids to work. We're creating in the new world you're creating. We can sing blah blah blah. Can't speak today. I can English. The world you're creating, we can see that things will be different. Well, we're gonna try. Okay. Okay, we got some good resources going along. Let's see if we can't get ahead of the tech curve. All right, here we go. We're going to build that and that. Because we're going to get more workers on... We're going to take workers out of here. Sorry, we're going to take engineers out of here to populate these, to actually do engineering work. And we'll spread the workers out a little bit, which we'll be able to do because the gathering posts will be more efficient in terms of their worker usage. We're going to need coal. So let's get this established as a working post to gather coal. Trying to stay ahead of everything all at once, and I know I'm going to screw something up, but we're going to give it the college try. If I have resources at this point that are not being spent, I need to sort of get on it. Hunter's hut. Now these don't need to be heated because they're basically just stopping off points before people head out. So I can actually tuck these in a location where I'm not having to gather many resources. Let's try that. All right. Oh, actually, it's not the hunter's hut I need right away. It's actually the other one. It's the cookhouse, which I can also build. Okay, that's fine. The cookhouse will need to be heated. I think I can get away with putting it... I can put it here. I'm going to need to build a steam hub eventually. So I want a steam hub to cover as many useful buildings as possible in one go. Oh, let's try putting it here. Alright. Lots of things to build, guys. Let's get on top of this. We have actually a fair bit of steel being built up, so that's good. A fair few trees. What can I get ahead of the game on? I'll build another gathering post for these other resources as the other ones run out, because I don't think I'm going to have enough workers to populate them anyway. Health, we're okay on health. People, we've got the child shelter and the tents. We're actually in remarkably good shape, except that we need to turn that on for nighttime. Alright, so here's what we're going to have to do. We have to take the engineers off of here. At least 5 of them. Whoops. Yeah, okay, so let's add new research. What are we doing? We're going to get on Steam Hub first. That's the way I usually end up selectively heating areas. Okay, so how are we going to do this? We are going to put the engineers there until they can... Oh no, we don't. We already have a spot for them. This is already built. So you are going to get onto your research. Okay, let's get people redistributed. Okay, and eventually I'm going to have to get that heated. I'll have to invent heaters, actually, as the next tech, not sawmills, but that's okay. See you, none. That's fine. Oh, we got a lot of workers available now. Okay. Well, that's the hunter's hut. Let's start sending you guys out. And actually, while we can, let's do another gathering post. We might as well actually put another gathering post. Do I need coal more? Not at the moment, but it is going to get colder sooner. So let's do this, because this is coal, right? This is these are all coal piles. Trying to be hyper efficient about my startup, but I know I'm gonna bollock something up, something fierce. All right. All right, let's get one worker involved in there just to get the food being turned into. Don't have soup available. All right. Alright, so here's what we're going to do, actually, before daybreak comes. We're going to make some regular saves here. Yeah, we're going to call it Run 2 Part 1. Actually, I'll call it Home 2 Part 1, because... Really? In case I do another series, Home 2 Part 1. I'm going to save regularly so we can back this up. If we absolutely have to, I'm going to try not to do that because it breaks the continuity of the play. And you do have to kind of live with your consequences in this game. But just in case I do something absolutely horrible, maybe I might backtrack. Don't like doing that. Okay, now, we can afford one more evening with this shutdown during the night and day. And I'll just save some coal. Are we coming down? We are coming down. All right. Food. You shouldn't take it for granted. If it goes down, the city dies. Be mindful of cold reserves. Now food. No city if we starve to death. Yep. So we do have a cookhouse. People from our convoy. Basic resources secured for now. We can try to rescue the people we left behind. Build a beacon, scout Frostland, and build as many and save as many survivors from our expedition as possible. You'll need a workshop to design plans for more advanced buildings. Okay. Family torn apart. Sir, a woman came forward after you built the workshop. She said that her husband and daughter didn't reach the city with the main group, but she's sure they're out there. She wants to join the first scout team. She urges you to hurry. Okay. Now, the question is, I don't think I can, no, I need to research. God, there's so many things I have to research. We are starting to produce food, so that's good. Steam Hub has been researched. I kind of want heaters to keep people from getting sick, and they're cheap to research, so we're going to do that next. But we really got to figure this out. We're going to need the sawmill before long, but we're still okay on that front. Hunter's gear will help us get more food, but we're not in danger on the food front. And exploration is the beacon, and that's also cheap to produce. Do we have 35 steel? We do. Okay, no, we're gonna go. We are going to produce the heaters first, so that we can keep people healthy. But we're gonna be wary of not using up too much steel. Because I want to immediately build a beacon after that and get people out there, because people being out there means that we can collect resources from the field. Generator is down, the heating is off, that's fine. I know that the generator is down, thank you. Gathering post resources are completed. That's actually good, because we can deconstruct you. And we can look at a new law. Let's get the soup going, and I know this is kind of semi-mean, but it'll stretch out our food resources, which we kind of need in the near term, so let's get that signed early.
Listen, everyone. New law is signed.
Don't like doing it, but okay, so Steam Hub. We've got a couple of things we want to do. I want to be able to heat all three of these buildings, so while people are at work in these places, they don't freeze. We don't need one yet for additional housing yet. And a lot of these are temporary buildings that are going to come down anyway, so they can have their individual heaters. So we need to get another gathering post here. Okay. I'm also going to do something I don't normally do, but I'm just going to recover... Hang on, what's this? Oh, I need a road up to here anyway, so that's fine. I can leave that road in there. That works out okay. Okay, while that's being built, let's get all the workers out of there and make sure that that's being deconstructed. We're going to get more people here to get that... you know, waste not, want not in terms of workers. We have 4 workers available. Let's get them all working at the cookhouse and get all of that food produced. And why do we have requires the generator to be active for why? Oh, because of the steam. That's fine. That's totally fine. When the evening comes around, we'll turn it back on. Now, nobody should be starving, but this food hasn't kicked in yet, and so I'm not too worried about this. They're hungry, but they'll be able to eat in the evening. Alright. Okay. In good shape, generally speaking. Are you actually... Oh. No, this is what I meant to click in order to dismantle the building. I'm just being an idiot. Okay, here we go. The heating is off. We need to turn on in the night. Yes, okay, that was just my fault. So, heating is on. Everybody gets warm. Let's make sure people aren't getting sick. Heat, heat, heat. We are okay. There are some people... there are some people who are in there for a couple of hours. That's fine. Oh, now here we go. Let's get people out of the cookhouse, because we really only need one person in there day by day to form the status quo for this much food. It's unfortunate to be the only cook for an entire society, but there you go. Oh, and yeah, okay, so that's 4 people. I think we got everybody doing something useful. Did we... Oh, that's construction. No, we're still, it's Book of Laws. What are you building? You are almost done on heaters for individual buildings. Now the temperature's going to drop. We're going to leave the heating on. Yeah, it's frosty. I know it's frosty. Come on, heaters. Come on, heaters. Start new research. Okay, so first things first, let's get this going on... the beacon. Then we can move on to... the sawmill, maybe? Hang on. We don't have any other sources of steel, which is a problem. Do we need to build a steel mill? That only takes wood. Let's abort that. Let's produce the... God, we have 2 things that I want to... I've got 3 things that I want to build. All right, let's do the sawmill. Let's make sure we don't run out of wood, because that's absolutely deadly. You can introduce a new law. We're going to get ahead of this again. I don't want to use emergency shift, but I may want to use the extended shifts for a while. So let's sign this, but only because we want to, because I don't want to use a 24-hour thing. That's just absolutely deadly on people morale. How are we doing? All right. Okay. I gotta keep an eye on this. There's a lot of facilities in this game that I never use. You know, I almost never go in here. Building, coal piles, workforces, I don't care. Everybody's maxed out on these except for this one, but that's fine. Daily gains, that's really useful. Efficiency, 100, 140%. I should look at these more. There's all sorts of interesting ways to look at the data. And I never do. It might give me a more quick view on what's going on. Sawmill researched. Okay. Let's very quickly switch over to doing steelworks. Alright. We're great on food. We're actually really good on food. And we're actually pretty good on coal, even though we're leaving this thing running. Now, the minute we can turn it off, we will. Oh, actually, let's make sure. Hang on. You don't need to have heat, but you guys do, and are the heaters on? The heater is off. As long as people are occupying us during the day, we're going to make sure all of these heaters are on, because I do not want people getting ill. That's actually worse for everything. Coal pile depleted. I'm going to need an alternative source of coal sooner or later, but I actually do have a reasonable amount of coal reserves. It's the last thing I really need to focus on. sawmill. Actually, yes. Let's sort this out. That'll do. It's actually the steel mill I want to get going though. Let's keep it rolling, people. The nice thing is during the periods of time when when these buildings are not in operation, their heaters turn off, so you don't actually have to worry about that. That's sensible. All right, here we go. So we're going to go up to extended shift, which we actually probably will engage right away because we can take the hit now in order to get ourselves well established. No, not emergency shift. Yeah, okay, so all of our gathering posts are going to go into emergency shift mode. Not emergency, extended shift mode. Because I want to deplete them actually as fast as I can in order to get people out of them and doing other things. There are resources I don't really want to leave on the ground. Okay, can we build? We have enough resources. Can we build more? See, we don't have the engineers. So actually, can we search? No, okay, so that's for name searches. I got 4 engineers working. No, that's 4 workers. Where are my engineers sitting? Does this tell me anything? Oh, here we go. I got 5 engineers working here. I don't actually need that. Not while everybody's being relatively healthy. So we can afford to build another workshop. And I think I can tuck them in here and get the advantage of the heat that I've already got. So that'll be my engineer district, effectively. So I can actually get 4 of my engineers helping out with the tech. Okay. Okay, 4 people are ill, but they're being treated. Does that actually help? Actually, yes, it does. Even though it's already in a heated area, the extra heat in there does help out. So I'm going to make sure that that one building gets a little bit of extra oomph at all times. Okay. Let's do this. I don't have any workers for that, but hopefully, okay. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the workers out of here and put them here. And the reason being is that will force these guys to supply more of the coal, which means this will run out first, which means I can get rid of this building. Maybe the same thing with this, actually, because this coal pile is going to run out, and then I'll be operating off of... That's wood crates. Oh, actually... Okay, I don't mind if those run out, too. Okay. Let's let that run. I can now start new research. Steelworks has been completed. We're okay on food. Let's get that beacon built. God, it takes a lot of focus, and I'm not really a focus-oriented guy. Right, so we need to... Let's get the steelworks up and running so we're not struggling to get that sorted out later. We're gonna have both of them builted because we can afford it, and then I can just ignore... it effectively. Just extend you all the way up to there, and then over. Yeah, okay. Because those are the only 2 steel spots that I can build on. So I might as well just get them out of the way and build. Alright, start new research. Tech. Beacon. Where can the beacon be built? Anywhere, as it turns out. So let's tuck it in a place where I don't care. That's going to destroy resources. Is there anywhere I can tuck it in a place where I'm not going to lose much, but that's definitely out of the way? Actually, right here. This will do nicely. It'll do really quite nicely. Okay, let's extend the road up through here. I kind of like being able to view my city from a sort of a canonical position. I know a lot of players in this game just swirl it around to their heart's content, and I do that from time to time, like you just saw. But I lose track of stuff in this game all the time. All right, new research. Where are we going with this? We've done the beacon. We can send people out as we find the ability to do that. We don't need faster gathering right now because we're going to be abandoning gathering. I like going the automation route where I use mines and all of that. I know that comes as a consequence at the end of the game, but for the moment I'm okay with that. What that means is, where am I going to go here? I need upgrades to heating pretty soonish. I'm kind of getting low on wood though. Let's start researching hunter's gear because I don't have anything else that I want just at the moment, and more food coming in is not a terrible thing just by default. Although, you know what I might do? I think what I might do, actually, that's the sawmill. I'm going to take people out of the hunter's hut. At least some of them. God, I've tucked this in a place where I am going to have to squirrel my way around. So that's the beacon, but it's not built yet. Okay, that's fine. I will leave this occupied, but what I'm going to do is, I've got enough food for the time being. I want to get people out there as soon as possible because they can help collect resources. And eventually I can build the tech tree up far enough that I can get 2 of them out there. Alright. Got 5 people sick. Don't like that. Don't like that at all. Let's... Yeah, I wanna keep people healthy. Let's get people. Gathering post resources depleted. That's actually good. That's really good. So we're going to decommission you, and we're going to decommission the roads, so that I can keep my roads clean. Oops. You can get more people. Still have 4 workers available. I guess we can put you there for the moment. I really want to decommission the gathering huts as soon as possible. I mean, that does mean I have to have alternatives. Totally seeing that. Can introduce a new law. Okay. Getting ahead of the laws. Getting ahead of the laws. This one's always touch and go for me in terms of what's better. The sustain life basically says the gravely ill will be kept alive but untreated, and hope will rise slightly, but discontent will rise slightly. So the gravely ill just build up. I'm torn as to whether or not that's better than radical treatment, but because I go the automation route, going the route of being able to produce prosthetics is going to be totally a thing with me. And while I question the ethics of framing radical treatment in these terms, boy, this is a tough one for me to swallow when I'm trying to thread this, trying to stay on the side of sort of a The side of good, if you will. This one's tough for me. This whole game is about this. Tough choices. I'm going to go with radical treatment.
Listen, everyone. New law is
I'm going to go with the needs of the many argument, but that's not a really good argument. We're no longer lost and blind. From now on, people will be able to survey the icy barrens. Yes, okay. Let's do the thing. We're having a really good run so far. And this is a good benchmark for me to... because nothing's really gone wrong at this point. Yeah. Yeah, I get it. I'm going to have to send people out, but... Alright, let's save the game. Home to part 2. Alright, so let's figure out how we want to handle this. So I actually want to get... I'm going to take a bunch of people out of things just to try to establish what do we need. We can actually send people out, and it only takes 5 workers. Alright, so let's establish that, and let's get them out there. And then let's go back home and then redistribute the workers we have remaining. We're going to exhaust this first. Everybody else, no, nobody else can go there. That's fine. Why are you not being decommissioned? Oh, you are. You're being dismantled. That's fine. We have nobody who's unemployed, which is exactly the situation we want to be in. We have 5 patients, but that's not bad. That's not bad. None of them are in palliative care. Okay. I do want to get to more scouts sooner rather than later, but we do have to balance this against the fact... Now, we're going to have a period of warmth. We have to balance this against some of the other facilities we need. Ready to search. People cheer on as the giant observation balloon soars above the city. This is a real feat. Everyone feels proud of the work they've done to make this happen. Volunteers have lined up, eager to go looking for our lost people in Frostland. The woman who came forward earlier is among them. Hey, good for you. Sticking to your guns. We needed a win, and we definitely have you already on the road because I beat out the little tutorial note. More are getting sick, but none gravely. We really need a win in terms of... let's make it through the day. Maybe tomorrow will be better. Okay, so there's a thawing thing, and it's going in the daytime, so we're going to shut down the furnace, because that'll enable us to save coal. Although that does mean we're going to want to stockpile. So do we have the ability to store resources? Let's build some resource storage facilities. Again, these don't require heat, so let's try to tuck them away somewhere. A little hard to, because everywhere could be full of resources. Oh, hello. So you don't have any workers, but when you do, we're going to want heat on in here. You do have workers, and we want the heat on in there. That might be where people are getting cold from. Okay. So let's get those resource depots built. Only build one of them right at the moment because of our lack of wood, but that's okay.
Move. Time to get to work.
You are going to actually not build yet. That's fine. Okay, waiting. The rest of our people may camp here. Too exhausted to go on. We should escort them to the city. Happy reunion. We entered the camp, appearing out of the driving snow. A choir of excited voices welcomes us. Thank God you found us. We had been wandering for days until we couldn't go on any longer. Soon we begin to starve. Children and adults surround us, packed and ready to go. So we're going to escort the survivors of the city, and that looks like it's another 22 people. So we're going to need 3 more tents, and we're going to need them to be warm, and 4 children. So 26 people. Okay. So let's get ahead of that game too. See if we can't prevent ourselves from being in a situation where people get sick because they arrive and don't have a place to go. Alright. Really need more wood is what we need. Do we have any? We have nobody unemployed. But you, we can suddenly take you and dismantle you entirely and get you guys, you guys already have people in them. Let's build another, can we build another sawmill? We can. We have enough resources to build another sawmill. So let's get that on the road. Actually, we can build one right here, and we already have the road infrastructure to help deal with that, except that's kind of overlapping with the other one, so maybe not. Can we build somewhere where we can take advantage of existing roads? Kind of here, because eventually these will get destroyed too, in terms of... I'll build here. We'll take these out to dismantle them as they eat up the resources in their vicinity, but that's going to take a while. Let's take this around to the back here, except we don't have the resources to do that either. That's great. Alright, there we go. So you're hooked up. You're still gathering resources from there. You... too many things on the go. Hunter's gear researched. Okay. We have 10 people not doing anything, and that's a problem. You are being decommissioned. That's fine. Did I remember to get rid of the roads? No, I did not. So let's clean these roads up. Nope, that's not what I want to do. You as a gathering post, we can get an extra person in there. Let's just get everybody doing something. Ooh, actually though, let's start collecting steel. But we're going to make sure that all of these places are running the extended hours, and we're probably going to do that until very close to the end of the game. Or at least for a long while, because I want to really crank up on the resources. We need everybody to be super maximally efficient, unfortunately. The cookhouse does not actually... Well, no, there's still somebody doing things. There's still food coming in. So that's fine. I only had 2 out of the 3 tents that I wanted to build. One more. We are... I'm going to build... Actually, I'm going to build another tent. Yes. Build another tent out here, and the reason I'm going to do that is mostly so that I know where this road is going to lie. Scouts have returned to the city, that's fine. Whew. Alright, it's heartening to see families reunited after so many hardships. Shouldn't there be other settlements nearby? The first expeditions left London long ago. They ought to be well established by now. They'll surely help us find our footing. We'll look for the others. We totally will. Alright, so a couple of things we have to do right away. First of all, establish this road. Fine. We got the road established. Second of all, establish the steam hub to try to cover these new buildings, because we're going to need that right away. Should kind of need a road up to here too, so we'll do that. Okay, so that covers this quadrant. Let's also get somebody moving out to the sturdy shelter right away. And we have a whole bunch of people not doing anything, so we need more wood in order to send another scout supply, but we also need to deal with the tech situation, which I think I kind of ignored there, which is kind of bad. Okay, so exploration. We need to get more scouts out, so we're going to have to start doing walking up the tech tree, but we need more wood. So this is going to be the constant fight. We need the sawmill to get up and running because we need people there. And in fact, we're going to need another sawmill because we've got a whole bunch of people who just aren't going to be doing anything. So let's get them to work there. And at the... Actually, let's get this on the road. Search for others. Yes, okay. Got so many things to do. More engineers occupying the engineering roles, engineering spots. Let's get the steelworks maxed out. Are you all operating? No, you're not properly operating at the new capacity. Let's... you're still being built, though. Let's get you collecting. You are a steam hub and you're fine. Still got collectors working on that. You got heat there. Got heat there, heat there. That's not built yet, so I can't control it. Alright. What do we got in terms of laws? Let's see. Extra rations for the ill. We're going to make sure that we have that. And in fact, we're going to activate it right away.
A new law has passed.
We are going to need to upgrade the heat, but this is only going down one level again, so that we don't need to worry about too much. Medical post. Extra rations right away. Alright. Yeah, the generator's down. We're leaving it down for the moment. We can't house everybody really until... Too many things to get going. Let's get another sawmill in action. We got 2 in action. Maybe that's enough. We do eventually need to get the coal mines up and running, but we've got good facilities for that. Sorry, good collection for that already. We're not done with that yet. Cold homes. So we're going to heat some homes. I see. That may have been a mistake in the sense that I now need to... Okay, let's start walking up the tech tree. Heating. Drawing boards. We need 50 wood for that. Okay. Wisdom of the crowd. When facing demands, remember that you don't have to do everything. That's fine. Oh, generator's down. Let's actually turn that on. Did that actually raise our heat up? It's still considered to be considered to be livable, so we're gonna leave that on until we get that win. Just gonna eat up some of our reserves, but that'll be a good hope win. And this we are going to dedicate to coal because it's really the only thing we're at possibility of maxing out. So that buys us a little bit of extra storage capacity. All right. There's a steam hub giving us some extra heat there. So we kind of do need to get on the coal mining sooner rather than later. Okay. Let's get some people in here. I don't really have any research I want to do right away. We are running out of food, though. We really should be, except we do have the workers going out, so we might have to consider. If I put in another hunter's hut out here. I don't know if I have enough workers to populate it. We've got a lot of steel. Let's back off on the steel. Well, we'll back off on the steel. Not going to get built. Probably not going to get built by the time tomorrow rolls around. So let's leave the workers in there. What do we got here? Cookhouse. Can't do anything at the cookhouse. That's fine. Right. Really need more resources is the problem. Oh. We could get you out of there and put you in here. So we got the hunter's hut, but it's unpopulated with workers. Okay. Turn the heating on. Okay, we have explorers waiting. The shelter is well supplied and built to withstand even the worst weather. An advanced steam heating system protects from the cold. Here we go. The shelter is comfortable and well equipped with emergency supplies. There's a notice posted by the heavy round door to all scientists. If you use any supplies, remember to notify the quartermaster upon your return to the city. This means there's another city out there. A signpost by the trail points in two directions. London, 34 miles. Home, 27 miles. Sites discovered, Steel Bridge. Alright, so we're going to take the resources, but we're going to power on as fast as possible. We don't yet need the resources at home. Okay, we got lots of timber at the moment, so let's take advantage of that and get on some of these researches. We need more heating fairly soon. It's only an 8-hour upgrade. Let's go that route first. We are going to need coal soon, but not right away. We still have some resources here. Still want to get caught with my britches down, as it were.
Night is coming. Put down your tools.
Okay, more sick beds are needed. I'll open a new medical post, or I promise the trick will be treated. Either one of these gives me a benefit. I'll have 3 days left to build it. That's fine. Let's build another medical post, and let's tuck it in somewhere where it's already going to have resources. We're going to tuck it in behind here. It's not adjacent to the street, but that's easy to fix. Okay. You are gathering post that's inoperative because there's no gatherable resources, so we can nix that entirely. We can also take out extraneous roads that connect it that are possibly superfluous. And now we are going to have more people who are not doing anything. 10 people, in fact. Let's get them to work gathering food. So we're actually pretty good on other resources just at the moment. In fact, Yeah, I'm gonna shuffle a few people around here, I think. We're gonna take the engineers out of here, and we're gonna put them to work. We already have a whole bunch at the medical facility here. We'll try to figure out how to split them up a little bit better. Well, they can stay there for the moment. Okay, there we go. Actually, let's do this now. We're going to take out the engineers from here. We're going to put them in here. I did open a new medical post. Are you finding that problematic? There we go. Health promise fulfilled. You help the sick. They and their families are grateful. So let's actually get them eating more food in both cases. And let's get people actually healthy, because it's actually for the benefit of people getting to work. Oh, we are really running out of food, though. So, all right. Let's build another hunter's hut. Let's get a few of them on the go here. Let's, okay, so brass plaque on the bridge tower reads, built by the people of Winterholm in AD 1887. The bridge is kept completely snow-free by a working automaton. We stopped at the edge of a deep, wide ravine, marveling at the steel bridge spanning it. Even more so at the huge automaton sweeping snow from the roadway. It would be possible to send the machine back to our city or dismantle it. Well, we're going to send it to the city, because we're going to totally go this tech route. We reprogrammed the automaton and set it on its way as it disappeared into the distance, walking steadily towards the city. First whips of snow started to settle on the bridge. Alright. We're going to go to the weather station or the large convoy. Let's go to the large convoy. Well, yeah, let's go to the large convoy. Okay. Our tech is still being developed. We are out of food, though, and that's seriously problematic. Alright. Deserted bridge. Finding the bridge to Winterholm proved that we're on the right track, but raised questions. Why was the bridge deserted? Why wasn't the automaton under the care of an engineer? There are logical explanations to it all, but people are growing anxious. Alright. Alright.
Work time. Get moving.
Now we did the home heat. No, we have to maintain livable conditions. Do not drop the heat. Okay. You are an operative for the moment because why? Because we need workers. Okay, we're okay on the steel for the moment, so we are going to actually take all of you out of there. We're going to dump you into there, and that gives us another hunter's hut worth of food being gathered over the course of the evening. Book of Laws. Okay, the gravely ill are kept alive in care houses and no longer burden medical posts. Residents of care houses eat half as much. Okay.
Hear me. New law in the city.
We're going to get ahead of this as well. Oh, we can actually tuck it right in there, except I don't think I will. I think I'll tuck it in over here because I want to reserve that spot for more engineers and try to keep my city somewhat organized. You are already on a road and you already have heat. Okay. Okay, drawing boards researched. Let's get right on building new tech. I'm not going to worry about this just yet. I just wanted the tech open. I want the exploration. Oh, the drawing board's opened up on all levels, so that's fine. Let's actually generate more scouts, because I want to get more people out there, because as they bring in resources and I fully explore, I don't need as many people here temporarily. I think I'm okay with that, except that we do need... How are we doing for coal supplies? Not great. Well, let's go down this road and see if we can survive it. Everybody's doing a thing. Everybody's doing a thing. Okay, more scouts are researched. Now, having done that, let's go back to... We need to sort out a charcoal solution, a coal solution. So we're going to research coal mining. Because we're going to have an automaton here, and if we can get the automaton on a coal mine, we'll have at least some of our coal reserves solved by that more or less in perpetuity. Which means that'll be less of a stress on me forgetting something. Scouts have reached a large convoy. Let's go take a look. This is a convoy carrying workers that got lost in a blizzard. They are weak and have no provisions. We should listen to their story and escort them to our city. The workers who were riding this convoy told us they were heading for the city of Winterhome. We were supposed to follow the signal from the beacon, but we couldn't pick it up. We tried to follow a search pattern to find it, but we ran out of fuel. Well, we're totally going to escort them back, which should, by the way, bring us both resources and people, but that's going to require another 3 houses? Or another 3 tents? Okay. So let's get on top of that next. Tent. 1, 2, 3. You are all good to go, and you already have heat. That'll bring in more people, which is good, because then we can build more hunters' huts. In fact, I'm going to get ahead of the game here and say, food-wise, let's get yet another hunter's hut already in the mix. We'll put another one up here. And we will get a road out to it. Okay. In 6 hours, we'll be able to deal with the drop in heat, but then we'll have to get through the night, but that's not a big deal. We've already got tech being researched. Okay, we're in good shape. We're still in good shape. People are not starving. There's still 45 food available. We're still doing okay on the steel department. Coal pile is depleted. We are now going to have to be super duper cognizant of the fact that we do not have... Yeah. We are now kind of slightly in trouble. Dismantle this building and dismantle the roads out to it. We need to get those mining facilities up and running soon. What does it take to build another workshop? It's worth doing. I'd like to get another one still because we're going to have more engineers coming in. Let's get ahead of that game. Let's get some roads built along the outside of this out to here. Well, no, we'll build it. No, because what we need to do, actually, I want to build it out to here. We want to have another steam hub. And I think where we want the steam hub is right about here. That would cover actually, so it is actually along a line that extends this road. So trying to make maximal use of the steam hubs, let's build this. Build a steam hub in the middle of it. Now there's some overlap, but that's okay. That is totally okay. Oh, you do not have your heaters on for the... That's for the cookhouse. That's not what I'm after. It's this guy. Let's turn that on. So you get a little bit of extra coal. All right, promise fulfilled. Promise your people warmth. Okay, that's fine. I've got to keep it on over the night and then over the freezing period, but we're still in pretty good shape. All right. All right. Oh, actually, we built that care facility, right? Let's. This building is under construction. It's not actually built yet. That's fine. Care house promise fulfilled. Okay, let's. Getting kind of paranoid, so let's save this up again. Home to part 3. We are gonna rock through this. We're gonna try not to screw up too badly. Our hope is high, but our discontent isn't fabulous. Part of that's gonna be from the long working hours. Oh, hang on. We have 10 people not working. We have 10 workers not working. What the heck is that all about? Let's bone up on food, actually. And we'll have the last one working, I don't know, here. No, because that'll use heat for not enough value. Where do we actually have the engineers working? 3 there, 1 there, 4 there. I guess it is what it is. What are you? You're another hunter's hut. Oh, we'll just have you working there. Food is going to be a problem, so we do have to kind of focus on that as well as the coal. We're good. We're good.
Get to work. Move, people. There's plenty to do.
Okay. So there's coal mining. So now we have to fix that right the heck now. So let's get a couple of coal mines built. Can we only build the one? Can we build 2? No. Because we don't have steam cores. Haha. So there's the downside to that, is we don't have the steam cores in order to be able to, but we'll gather those. We don't have the steam cores in order to be able to run these coal mines, but we will acquire those. In the meantime, though, we want it built quickly because we're going to have the automaton coming in pretty soon. And we want him immediately working on that coal supply, so we never. It's not going to solve our coal problems, but they can work round the clock reasonably quickly. Whew. We're doing a thing. I'm going to take a 2-second break here. Just give me a moment. Somebody is commenting on my Discord. Damn it. Sea of Thieves crash. I need quick quests or the ability to save mid-quest. My friend Majeric, who is currently doing Sea of Thieves solo. Which, by the way, I'll probably switch to after Frostpunk. But anyway, I'm going to respond to him. Good ideas are player-provided treasure quests being pretty short. But as you get more renown, the guild quests get quite long. Also, going out and simply targeting skeleton-infested islands will yield good treasures. And I realize there are probably people on this stream, going back to the game, there are going to be people on this stream who know better than I do. I've been playing it for only a couple of weeks, maybe a month tops now, and I'm getting reasonably good at it, but I certainly have not covered all the nuances. Anyway, word of advice, steam cores. We just used our first steam core. They're a necessary component in advanced tech. We can't manufacture them in the city, so let's hope the scouts find them during their expeditions. I'd love to be able to close that loop and make that manufacturable, but that's, I mean, maybe they are in a DLC, I don't know. But I can understand why they wanted to make those limited, so that you would have to struggle to make that a focus of your builds. And that's fair. So add new research. So we've got the coal mining getting sorted out. We could go with the sawmill upgrade, but let's look around. Medical post upgrade means people can get healed quicker. Bunkhouses means people can, during the nighttime, stay warmer. I don't normally go for this until later on, focusing more on the heat of the... brain is not functioning, focusing on the heat of the generators and steam cores, but this might enable me to save coal as I go for the night times, if that makes any sense. So I'm going to give this a go because it's fairly cheap and quick to research. Sure, why not? I am mixing it up a little bit from my normal play style, but not 100%, so I don't know where I'm going with this entirely. Let's, oh, hang on, let's get more food. Can't quite do this because we don't have enough food, and that's kind of a problem. Can we... There it is. There's one. Can we do it at the other as well, please? Yep. Oh, scouts have returned safely to the city. That's fine, but let me get that triggered. Okay. Right. So we've got people arriving. Let's send you immediately out to the weather station. Actually, can we go to the crash site? Because we could go there and then across, and that's not a completely inefficient use of time. Where are you? There we go, that's better. Let's go to the crash site first and then tuck over to the weather station. Why not? Now, we got a lot of people here. Let's see if we can actually immediately send some of them out as my second scout, since I now have that facility. Let's send you guys out to... Actually, I'm going to change my mind. If they're going to go to the crash site, I'm going to send them off to the Gloomy Cave. Let's get you out there and doing the long distance thing. Okay. So let's now deal with the fact that the hunters' huts need to be well manned. Let's make sure that that's not even a limiting factor for us, because we're kind of threading the needle a little bit. That'll destroy resources, so that's a bad place. Destroy resources. That's kind of bad. There we go, we'll tuck one in up here. Yep, that's fine. What are you? You are not functioning because storage is near capacity on the sawmill. Oh, look at that. We're doing seriously well on the sawmill category. Okay, let's get some resource depots going, because this is going to be a thing anyway. So, yeah. Let's make sure that people's efforts are not being limited. We've got way more engineers. Oh, look at how many engineers we have. Let's get an extra person available there. Do we have any more people available that could run these guys? Yes, we'll max that out there to get more steel. So you're kind of neglecting that now. Can we get another tech? Can we get another workshop stuffed in here? I'm going to leave that for houses just because of the way it's shaping up. But we can tuck some tech buildings here because we don't need this for people just yet. Yeah. Okay. Oh my god, we're shy a couple of houses. That's not good. Health. No. People. Tent. Let's actually do this now then. 1, 2. That's going to be a big house in that slot, but... I don't think anything else could go there, although we could put some maybe a we'll put the house there. Alright, that's fine. Got the resources for it in spades. What are you? You're a hunter's hut, but you're still being constructed. Oh my goodness, I think we left somebody out in the cold and we already have an amputee. Oh boy, do I not like that. Okay, we need factories. Can we even do that yet? No, we don't have the ability to build factories. So that's another tech we're going to have to get, because we need to get people with needing prosthetics back up, and or with amputations need to get prosthetics. Bunkhouses researched. Okay, actually, let's see if we can get ahead of the game. So, what do these actually cost? 20 wood and 10 steel. We can't really do a lot of steel with that just yet. We might need to save that. We are going into a cold snap, though. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to do a test build. We're going to build one of these into a bunkhouse and see if when I have the heater off during that single layer cold snap, whether or not it's warm enough to generally survive okay. But I'll only do that extremely briefly. Actually, in the meantime, we don't need that being heated. I don't know how much coal we're going to save by turning that off, but... Oh, and we don't have tech being run. That's dumb. It's really dumb. Bunkhouses are done. We're not going to go the hothouse route. We're going to go the... I already have enough wood, so we don't need the sawmill upgrade as such. We've done hunter's gear. We don't need the generator power yet. So maybe what we do is we get tier 2 on the road. Oh, hello, what have we got here? We've got cold homes. Okay, we're going to heat some homes. Let's get that up and running. Alright. Oh, hang on. It's already negative 30. That's going to drop another level. I don't have enough time. Oh, this is rough. I do not have anywhere near enough time to research. I'm going to lose my discontent's going to go up here because I'm not going to be able to... I'm going to have to, when that cold snap hits, I'm going to have to turn on the generator's extra heating facility. So let's check this out. That care house is actually in pretty good shape right now. I'm going to turn that on early. I need to upgrade the heaters generally to keep people from getting sick while they're out here. That's going to be a thing. Okay. Oh, there's never any good choices. Here is our automaton. I want to get people healthy. It's going to be really tough. Because if they're sick, they're not performing all that well with their jobs. Okay. Using automatons. The first automaton is operational. This will help our economy greatly. Automatons can replace entire manual labor crews. They work around the clock with short breaks to refuel the generator. We can research upgrades to increase their efficiency and capability. Yeah, so that's totally what we're going to do. And you, sir, are now on permanent coal duty. And, yeah. Book of Laws. Jeez, what can we do to make this more interesting? We need to get to prosthetics. let's do that now. Let's get the prosthetics signed, but we also need to research factories. We need factories. Getting a little low. Okay. Got things going on here. Got too many things going on. You are a workshop, and you are a workshop, but in the meantime, let's have you guys... Alright. Everybody has to be doing something useful. Can we get some houses, please? Thank you. We got quite a bit of food, so I'm not worried about the food. Nobody's starving. There's just a slight delay in getting everybody food. Okay. Let's get some more engineers on tech. Let's make sure, actually, we have to make sure all of our tech facilities are doing extended hours, which is not going to make everybody happy, but suck it up, princesses. I need tech work. I need tech done as fast as possible, and I'm amazed I did not turn that on before. We have to. That is really going to make people unhappy. Okay, can't populate anybody here, but that's okay. This, we're going to apply wood, because that's where we're... See, check that out. We are able to hold our own on coal, because we're basically like somebody working on it 24/7. Now, that's not going to be enough, but I'm going to be bringing back resources from the outside world as well, so... Okay, scouts have reached the crash site. How are we doing on stress? Generator stress is doing okay. Hopefully it can last the night, or we're in trouble. Explore this. Fate of the Forgotten. There are plenty of priceless supplies in the wrecks of the expedition. Searching amongst the crates scattered in the snow behind the wrecks, we find the bodies. They're tangled together in a single frozen mass, as if these people were trying to find at least a little bit of warmth just before they died. We can do nothing for them, not even bury them. So we're going to grab those resources, and then we're going to get immediately onto the Gloomy Cave. Go, go, go. Let's just keep on pushing hard to get resources. All right.
Brace yourselves. Cold is coming.
All right, so let's... That's livable, but only because we got the generator running at max capacity, which is not good. I'm not sure I can get through.
Time to get to work.
Resolves in a day. Okay. Drafting machines research. You can now research tier 2. Okay. Let's see if we can't... Heaters off on all these. It doesn't need to be on because it's within one of the zones. Alright, let's get to heat. Heat. Resources heating. Generator power upgrade, which would enable us to maintain what we currently have, but without the overdrive. So that's totally a thing we need to do right the heck now. Okay. Actually, that's so important that we're going to take the engineers out of the steelworks and get them to work here so that that gets resolved as fast as even remotely possible. We can get it done before the generator becomes a problem. Alright. A note of thanks. Someone left a note at the care house. It reads, "Thank you. With all the work we have to do, it's so hard for families to properly care for an invalid. Places like this make life a little easier for all. Glad I can help." Okay. Medical post. You're getting double food. Medical post. You're getting double food. Let's get people healthy, please. See if there's anything else I can do. Everybody's got a job to do. Okay, there we go. We can get in here and we can get up to steam level 2. Okay, it's on. We can turn off the overdrive. Right. Which was in a bit of danger, so that was a little bit closer than I needed. Let's immediately research the generator efficiency upgrade so we can save on coal. We can then do the improved heaters, and then I think we're good for the heat problem for the next little while. Oh, we're gonna run out of coal though about the same time as we get to warmer temperatures. Several things about this I don't like. Alright. We're okay on the sawmill. Can we put people to work anywhere else? Steel. What did I just take people out of? What was going on here? None. We don't want anybody on the sawmill. Let's put them to work on steel. Thank you. Okay. That's a problem, a really big problem on coal. I can't build another coal mine, which means I have to get... Oh, this is rough. This is where I may have made a mistake. Yeah, I made a mistake here. I'm going to run out of coal, and there's really nothing I can do about it. Okay. It is what it is. How much time do I have left on here? Maintain livable conditions. We have to drop this down. Oh, that's rough. That's going to hurt everything. Gloomy Cave. This cave is or was inhabited. There are a number of footprints leading to its entrance. We should check if there's still someone alive up there. Alright. We can hear several terrified shrieks from the cave uphill. When we come closer, several polar bears turn toward us, blocking the entrance. There's people trapped inside, and those beasts are picking them off one by one and feasting on them. Yeah, we're gonna... No! Oh, God! That is not what I wanted to do. Okay. That is totally a misclick, as far as I'm concerned. How far back can we go? This was at 1604. What happens if we go to day 11? Okay, how far back are we here? We're at the last night. No. As long as I'm willing to scum this game, I'm going to go back several days. Alright. So where were we? This was a terrible, terrible mistake. Right, so we don't have the automaton yet, but are we in the process of building the automaton? We're getting coal mining up and running, so we're getting very close to that. So the problem is going to be that we need to maintain heat. So we need to research heavier heating and possibly generator efficiency sooner. But we also have the problem, we need an auxiliary coal supply. And that's not coming for some time. We need to get more people out hunting. So that's a problem. Alright. Did not mean to leave the bears alone. I might have lived with the mistake of the coal, but that was just me misclicking, and that's just unforgivably bad. Okay, add new research. Okay, so generator power upgrades so we don't have to run it at high efficiency, but then we're immediately going to go, sorry, at emergency power. We're going to immediately go into generator efficiency upgrade, but that's going to require the drafting machines. I think we can do this though. So here we go. Scouts have returned to the city, and that gives us a pile of extra people. So let's get that sorted right the heck away. Right. 1, 2, 3. We've got a whole pile of people who can now do work. Let's get engineers on the task. We've got 5 engineers left. Let's get an extra one in here. Let's get food going to these guys, extra food going to these guys so that people get healthy. Let's build a coal mine immediately. Sure. Something like that. Get the generator efficiency up, and then go into researching an alternative form of coal production, because we've got extra wood. We could go with a kiln. We just need to buy ourselves some time. I should have, I don't know what I could have done differently, but it is what it is. So you are immediately going to go out into weather station. Hang on. Yeah, we're going to send you out to the weather station. Actually, let's send you out to the crash site. Send you out to the crash site and maybe get some resources. We have 35 people who are not doing anything. We get more scouts on the go. We're going to send you to... see if we can actually find some... I kind of want to get you out to the weather station and get you going. Okay. We've got ridiculous amounts of wood. Alright, so... we will build another storage depot, but we'll only build the one. We're not going to have people in the sawmill. We're going to have them over here doing work on steel, because we've got lots of wood. We're going to build another workshop here, but we'll only build the one. Alright. Yes, we built our first coal, which we're going to put into use momentarily. We need to get actually a road out there. Okay, streets are done. Right, we are in pretty good shape. I was saying that earlier, before I mangled everything. Let's get more people into the hunters' huts, as many as we have spare. You are not operating because storage your capacity. Let's not worry about you. Let's actually get you doing the hunter's hut. Is there anything else of interest that we can build here? Not really. We're doing okay on people getting cold. Alright, generator power research upgrade. That's great. We need the drafting machines next because we need that for the generator efficiency upgrade.
Workday ends. It's off time.
Yeah, one of the big tricks of this game, aside from managing the the crises, which obviously you have to do, the other big thing is the thing I just failed at, which I did okay on the wood and okay on the steel, but I didn't get a source of coal, an efficient source of coal, up and running as fast as I would like. Using automatons, a word of advice. I see. Okay, so and the problem is you can't go into coal mining as quickly as you necessarily want to. because you only have the one steam core. It's sort of more an end game thing, and I kind of, or like more of a mid game thing, but I'm trying to do it in the early game, which isn't great. Okay, so let's go into fighting arena. All right, so if I do that,
A new law has passed.
what I'm going to do is I'm going to save the game here. We're going to say new save file, save home to part 4. What I'm going to try to do, because I think I have an extra home, I'm going to go and say decommission a building. Like this. Because what I'm then going to do is I'm going to put the fighting thing in there so it's central to what they want. And I might eventually do the same thing with like a tavern. You, maximum number of engineers, please. So that fighting arena is going to plop in there and cover all of those houses. So that'll elevate the quality of life in there for them up. Let's actually need to take advantage. We really need to take advantage of the engineers that we have. Oh, and yes, the thing that I forgot to do, which is to get all of these operating in extended hours. Medical facilities are still doing okay. All right. I should not have had that high at Steam level 2 that quickly. It's been high all this time and has been burning my coal. I may have screwed this up again. In fact, I know I have. Because I'm running out of coal in mere seconds.
Frost is here.
Dang it. Double dang it. Take 3. Take 3. Alright. This is obnoxious and annoying. Alright, so let's fix a few problems right away. Let's get all of these operating longer term. Coal mines are going to come into use pretty quickly. Steam is operating okay there. Let's actually pre-build these 3 that we're going to need. Get more people doing the hunters thing. Alright. Let's rocket through this. Where are our engineers? Okay, we don't have any extra engineers just yet, but we're going to. And on top of that, we're actually going to have an extra 2 workshops worth of engineers. So let's get those being built ahead of time.
The work shift starts.
Alright, coal mining research. So we're going to do the extra research. We're going to go to the generator power upgrade, but we have to remember to turn it off the minute it becomes researched, because otherwise it just becomes active and chews up a bunch of our coal. We don't need it until the cold actually happens. Alright, more people have just arrived. Piles of extra resources. So, for the moment, Let's see if we can't be sensible about this. Let's get workers going on. No, we already have steel. That's not a super big deal. A pile of engineers. Let's get that sorted. Okay. Let's build coal mine. We definitely need a coal mine. Let's build resources. Resource depot, that's what I'm after. Let's build roads out to the coal mine, because that's totally going to be a thing. Okay. Alright. Who else do we have? We have idle engineers. So, for the moment, let's put the engineers to work at the medical post. Let's get extra food going to them. Let's get a last few... We can't put them to work in there. Okay, a couple engineers can lie dormant just for a little bit. Yes, we're using the first of the steam cores. I got it. Okay. Getting paranoid. And we're gonna overwrite that save game. Alright. Oh god, gotta get these guys out and going. These guys have to go to weather station. No, actually that's a lie. These guys have to go to crash site, please. And I need to get a new group, a group of people in here, but I don't have the people because I accidentally stuffed them into doing this kind of work. Okay, is that enough? Do we only need 5? We only need 5. Let's get you going out to weather station. Go. Alright. Alright. Generator power research upgraded. Okay, so we've done that, but we are not going up to that level of power yet. We're dropping that back down. We're going to go immediately into... charcoal kiln. We'll do that first, because that keeps hosing us, and this will give us our extra ability to generate tech. But actually, I want to look at that for a minute. This just generates extra coal. It doesn't require us to gather it. It just simply produces it, and that's fine. So that'll provide an alternative. We're going to need that later on anyway as an emergency coal supply. But let's do that before the generator efficiency upgrade. All right, now I think we fixed the order of operations on how this all happens. All right. Let's spend a little bit of time building a few extra houses. The reason I say that is that'll get me ahead of the issue. That'll get me ahead of the issue where I'm going to need more for people, but it also will enable me to kill off one of these in order to get a in order to put a fighting area in. And in fact, I should be able to get rid of one of those now without any consequences, and I can build the fight facility in there. Okay, charcoal kiln researched, so we can fix that problem. So let's get the charcoal kiln. Get all the charcoal facilities going up here, which isn't great from a. I'm gonna have to keep those heated, which is a bit of a problem in the short term, but that's fine. Let's actually have, instead of feeding them both individually, let's actually have Resources, no. Tech, Steam Hub, 3 coal per hour, because the heat zones. Here's the thing: if I look at the heat zones on these things, that's 1 coal per hour. I guess I can heat these independently. Because the Steam Hub's there is on all the time, I think. Yeah, it's actually cheaper for me to heat these independently, and cheaper to heat only when people are actually working there. But let's just make sure these are cranked up, and we'll put people to work there when we get into the situation where that's a thing. In terms of tech, let's get on the drafting machine so we get the generator's efficiency up. Can I go mad now? Alright. And there's our automaton. Thank you. We'll just get past that. Let's get you not able to work there just yet. Okay, so on. Book of Laws, Fighting Arena, build, Fighting Arena, and drop it right in that. I haven't deconstructed that house yet, but that's fine. I've got a spot for it. So here we go, using automatons. We already know about this. We've got a bunch of extra houses for when we need it. Now we can build the Fighting Arena. What are you doing here? What is this? This is the gathering post, which is being dismantled. It's been being dismantled for a while now. Do I have any extra people? I don't. But I can pull people. Actually, this is a good point to say we've got quite a bit of food. So let's get out of that and get a bunch of workers here at the kiln. Fighting Arena built. Hope rises. There we go. Does mean we got to make sure that we keep people at the sawmills. That seems to be okay. Got an extra person lying around. We'll put them back into the hunter's hut. So everybody has a job. Oh my god! Okay, so checking out what this means. The tents are all chilly, but now we can go up to steam level 2. But you guys are all at double duty, right? That's fine. And I'm going to make sure the heater's on because we're not having people getting ill while they're trying to keep everybody else warm. That's just rude. The cookhouse can have heat too because we don't need that getting chilly. What are you? You're the child shelter. We're definitely turning on extra heat for you. Okay. Yep, everybody's warm, but we're going to have to get that efficiency thing going pretty quick. How are you guys in terms of food for the sick? Yeah, that's not yet run out. I can't, like, it's not recharged. Scouts have returned, have gotten to the crash site. Vehicle crashed. We already know about this one, so we're just going to skip the flavor text. You guys can move on to the Gloomy Cave. Tech. Okay. Let's get that generator efficiency going on. We need the coal mining optimization also. Oh, tricky. Let's go with heating. Generator efficiency and then improved heaters. What did they do? Raise the temperatures by 2 levels. But I don't really want that. Unless I'm doing a lot of independent heaters. I don't want that yet. I want to make the general heaters as well as the steam hubs more efficient. Actually, is there a steam hub upgrade? A range upgrade, but the efficiency upgrade comes way down here. Alright, so I gotta wait on those. Everybody's got work to do. We've got food, so we're not suffering there. Whew. A note of thanks. Someone left a note in the care house. Okay, we've already got that flavor text as well, so we're good on that front. I'm gonna save the game when we get to the heat day coming back. I think that's good. Okay, generator efficiency research. See, we're walking through the research, but this is what I want. I want to be a tech-heavy solution. Don't want the approved heaters. Don't need the overdrive couplings yet. Or scouts. Lighter scout sleds will get them moving faster. I think I want to go that route. Because that's a cheap win for everybody to get the resources that they're gathering back as well as the people back.
Time to rest.
I need a factory. I need to get the factories in place. Not yet, because they produce automatons and prosthetics, and there's only one person who needs a prosthetic. Bless you, I will get you back to work eventually, but... oh, you are not on longer shift. Neither are you. Let's fix that, please. Okay. The factory would be nice to get, but I don't strictly speaking need it now, but that's... I want to get this whole... almost this whole tree researched pretty quickly, but in the meantime, coal mining optimization, because I don't want to stick on the charcoal kiln forever. How are we doing on charcoal? We're actually doing pretty good. But I need to get that efficiency up. Still doing okay on food. Still doing okay on medics. Although, actually, this is a good time to re-establish double rations for people in the medical tents. Doing okay on steel, but we are kind of running a little lower. We don't need the steel. Well, actually, we do need the steel because some of the higher techs need quite a bit of steel. So keep doing the steel. Okay, scouts have reached the Gloomy Cave. We could lose people here. We're going to explore, and this time we're not going to screw this up. We're going to risk attacking the bears. Now, if this fails, I'm willing to accept the results of this, because that's just a gamble I'm willing to take. But I can't not attempt this. We had to help the survivors. When our scouts attacked the bears, the people in the cave joined them, and together they drove the beasts away. Then they set out towards our city. Okay. That's fine, actually. I'm okay with the outcome of that. And in fact, again, paranoid. Let's just save now, save often, save again, save over. So, home to part 5. Yeah. Okay, waiting. We got another scout thing going on. Okay, so here we go. There's nobody in the weather station, but everything still seems operational. We can try to find out what the scientists from Winterhome were working on. Totally explore. Got another steam core, which means another mine, but one that we would have to put people in, but that's okay, because we got people coming back, actually. We found scientists' notes. They predicted that the Great Cold is going to get much worse, and what's more troubling is that the observations ended abruptly months ago. There's also not a can of Spam, not even a crumb of bread left in the pantry. It's obvious they moved out for good. Okay, we're going to take the resources. Now, we're not going to go back right away, although there is a coal mine. That's kind of cool. There's also Winterhome, though. So we're going to go to Winterhome. We're going to come back to the coal mine, I think, and then go home. Right. I think. Okay, hang on. I'm going to do that first, but I want to double check. We are not keeping up with coal production here very well. We're right on the edge, but we are going to come down. We're going to come up a level, which will enable us to save some heating. Yeah. And here's the problem. If I'm honest, we're kind of a little thin on the food department, although we're going to have people coming back from the hunting pretty soon. The search for other cities, abandoned station. The recent report from the weather station has got people talking. They're frightened that such an important facility was apparently abandoned. Some are starting to wonder whether the evacuation from London was a good idea. A few are lamenting openly. I knew we shouldn't have come. At least London had real houses, not tents and wooden shacks. Yeah, we'll have answers soon enough. All right. We are going to make it to here, and that'll be good. But by here, we have to have more. We have to have more coal. All right. Scouts have returned to the city. You can disband the scouts or send them back out. Okay. So you are going to go to the coal mine. Because if that's got coal supplies, we can immediately bring them back, perhaps. God, everything about this to try to do a sort of, quote, perfect run is tough. Public house. Even in this harsh new world, people still need to raise their spirits after work in good company with a stiff drink in hand. Yeah, I'm wholly in favor of doing that. Now, what I should be able to do, if I were to build a public house, I don't know if it has to be around people, but it certainly has to be heated. All right, we need to think about how to put it here, 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 here. I put it here, I think. Tech, Steam Hub. If I put this here, it will be somewhere along here. It'll have some overlap with the stuff over here, but it will still cover all the way to the edge of the other zone. I've got a little bit of a gap there, but I don't know what to do about that. Okay, so we're going to do that, and the only reason to do that is so that we can attach a Steam Hub here. Alright, so now we've got more build area at the cost of actually using more coal, which isn't completely fantastic, if I'm being honest. But it is what it is. More tech. Coal mining optimization in the heating, the generator efficiency upgrade, resources. This enables us to produce 33% more coal from the kiln, which could be helpful. All right. Oh, we got a bunch of people who aren't doing anything. Let's sort that out. Got a lot of people out on food. Let's get some. I don't think I need. I can put the engineers temporarily to work doing this kind of stuff. Oh, we already actually have. We already have the. Why am I not producing coal this way? I'm being dumb. That's all right. Coal mine instantly there. Need to deal with a road issue. Solved. I can get people working there, so that's not a big thing. We've got 8 engineers available. Let's top you up. If I did build more tech, where would I put it? Here. So let's do that. Why not? Do we have anybody left? No. But we do have a lot more people going out at night, so... You are going to be... Public house has been built. Let's get some happy going. Charcoal kiln thermostat has been researched. So that'll partially bolster our charcoal production. So let's talk about, figure out where else we want to go to. An Outpost Depot will enable us to get supplies from elsewhere. So this enables us to assemble an outpost team. I'm going to want that because that's how we're going to get a lot of our resources in the short term while we build up our internal stuff. I kind of wish I'd done that earlier, but that's okay. Waiting here, winter home. We climbed to the edge of the city. We stood there speechless, staring at the scene of devastation. It's a city of the dead. Most of the buildings are destroyed, and the generator has exploded. That's great. Explore. The streets of the ruined city are littered with scores of dead bodies. The city chronicles describes the shortage of food and citizens' increasing despair, the following squabbles, riots and descent into anarchy, fights for the dwindling resources, and the eventual starvation. The last entry. God forgive us, we're eating our dead. There is no hope. Okay, so... Here's the thing, by establishing those kinds of outposts, in order to establish, let's start again, because I can speak apparently. When I establish external outposts to gather resources, the advantage of that is it's people in the city, there's fewer people in the city who don't have to be fed, because they're being fed externally, and supplying themselves, and they are actually shipping stuff back to us, which means we can get resources from there. Now we can't do that indefinitely, for reasons that will become apparent in the later stages of this game. But we can do that for an awfully long time. And that enables us to get resources, spend fewer on people, and bolster our city in the meantime. So it's a really good solution. Let's go to the Freshwater Springs. Yeah, this is all good. This is all good. Okay. No gatherable resources. So the sawmill has become inoperative. We're going to kill that. And we're going to have to build another sawmill. We'll just build it a little further over here. That'll do. So you're sorted. We do have people who will eventually work there, but we have wood in the meantime. And what are you? You're being that's the very thing of being dismantled. The coal mine is still being built. I'm gonna send more of you out gathering food in the short term. All right. We are alone. The news has shocked everyone in the city. There were supposed to be many settlements and construction crews here, the people living normal lives in homes heated by generators, but we're alone. And now we come to the discontent phase with the Londoners. Don't panic, we aren't dead yet. We have to learn from the mistakes. They're all dead. Coming here was a fool's errand. We should go back. We should never have left Britain. So hope falls almost instantly, and we have to rebuild it. That is super rough. Winterhome has fallen. They're all dead. They're all dead? How could we survive here without any help? We have to go back to London. There's no hope for us here in this frozen desert. People start to gather as the news of the fate of Winterhome spreads through the city. Some of them want to drop everything and flee to London. Panic is starting to set in. So we're going to go the order and discipline route, but we're going to avoid making it into a complete police state, because I did this one and it worked out well. I got to the end, I got everybody through, but I had to invoke some fairly serious I had some faith police basically, and that was rough. So we're going to try order and discipline, but we are also going to avoid the police state, and that requires us to be very, very good at what we do. So neighborhood watch, new building watchtower, they increase the hope of people living nearby. Now these are more like guards than formal policemen with prisons, so that's fine. I don't mind that. Okay. So let's get a handle on how we're going to do this. We have to be super careful. And here's what we're going to do. I'm going to get to the point where I've got my... Here's my targeted plan. I'm going to get to the point where I'm sending out my... my colony group out to the coal mines, I think. Maybe the steel? I don't know. It depends. I'm going to have to figure that out. Coal mines, for starters, anyway. And then I may split this into a 2-part series like I did last time, because I kind of want to go and do a little bit of pirating in Sea of Thieves, which I may or may not stream. We'll see who's playing with me and whether they care if I'm streaming or not. All right. Got 8 people. Actually, some workers and some engineers. But that's partially because there's some buildings not yet completed. So we're gonna let that run forward. We can build we can build that new building. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to tuck it in here, I think. We're going to dismantle this. We had extra places to live, so it's not going to hurt us. We're going to let that go away. Okay, here we go. The unconvinced want to leave. Sir, you've convinced the majority, but hope is low. A group of our people are still so scared they want to flee for London in the next 15 days. They've come to try to change your mind. You say order will save us? Nonsense. What, are we going to orderly decide who to eat first and when we start to starve? If we don't try to reach London, we'll end up like Winterhome. Okay. Save now, save often, save paranoid. Home 2 part 6. Alright. This is the beginning of the Londoner phase, and now in order to be able to not take the Gestapo police route of this, we have to be very, very careful about raising hope and lowering discontent. Okay. So this is gonna be a thing. Okay. That gets more engineers. Let's take our engineers out of here, at least some of them. How are we doing on steel? We're okay on steel. We're gonna need a bunch of people working for wood sooner rather than later. Okay, let's figure out how this works. Okay, so we can put more people into coal as necessary. So you're doing okay. We don't have enough people to do all the things I want to do. Hey. Freshwater Spring. Several pools are kept from freezing by a hot spring deep underground. Patches of hardy lichens cling to bare rock at their edges. It looks like a good place for a hideout. Degenerated but alive. Near the Freshwater Springs, we met some refugees from Winterhome. They're sorry sight and seem to be completely unmoved by the fate of their city. Asked what kept them from starving, they look away, then mumbled something about eating lichens. We're totally escorting them to the city. That will bring more people in. So this is fine. We need to get some colonies going here. We really need to get people into coal. So we're going to take people out of here and get them in here. Because that will be more efficient than these two guys, and it won't use wood. So that's a good trade-off for us. Okay. Okay. Londoners gain more followers. Alright, people join Londoners. People want to leave for London, successfully urge their friends and neighbors to join them. People are more easily persuaded because they have little hope in the ultimate survival. Sir, the people who want to leave for London have successfully... Oh, sorry, I already read that. I don't know why I read it twice. Alright, order Watchtower. Okay. I was gonna build. What was I gonna build? I was gonna build something else here too. I already built the public house. All right. All right. Well, let's build a watchtower here because that covers a number of houses. Maybe I tuck one in up here. Okay, so we're gonna have to go people, tent. Let's get a whole bunch of extra tents built because we're gonna need that anyway. Then we are going to, on purpose, dismantle. If I built a watchtower, let's try to plan this out. Order. Watchtower. If I built one right there, that'll cover another section of the city. So we're going to dismantle this, I think. Nope. Not people. We're going to dismantle that building. Is it that one I want to dismantle? Let's double check. Maybe that one, actually. Yeah, that one here. Yeah, we've got enough leeway to be able to do that. I've got to build roads out to here to make sure that they have road access. That has to go into extra duty. But that's going to maintain people, so that's going to have the heater on. That's got to have the heater on. That's got to serve double duty. All of these already have their heaters on. I'm running out of resources, but hopefully we'll solve that pretty soon. Okay, heat's come up. Super nice because we're going to lower that down so that we get some coal storage being generated.
Get going. Time to earn your bread.
Outpost Depot researched. That's great. Heating. We're okay on the heating for the moment. Food. We could use hunting tactics and flying hunters. Let's do flying hunters to get us more food. Actually, we need both of those. If I went to mechanical calculators, what does that give us? In exploration, that would give us streamlined parentheses. That would enable us to go down the factory route. Which, the minute we start generating steam cores, that's going to start to become an issue. We can get efficient gathering. We don't really need. We could get steam coal mine, which I think requires more steam cores. So that's not super necessary right away. I think we want to deal with food. Generator power upgrade would be great when we get to... Where are we going to get to new cold? That's just going to drop one more level, and that's not terrible. That's just back where we were. So let's get on the... and we need to get down to level 4 in order to get better scouty stuff. So let's get... Hunting tactics means employ fewer people, except we're not going to stay with hunters' huts. We're actually going to go to flying hunters. Kind of need both, though. Maybe. Start with the hunter's hangar and see where that takes us. What are you doing with 0 out of 5? What are you? You're a watchtower. We need people. Alright, let's take a couple of workers off of that, and we're going to give you one. And the other one isn't built yet, so... Now that you're manned, we can't send out patrols. At some point, we'll have to send out patrols. Sick people-wise, we can't give you food because we don't have food. We need to get the cookhouse working more efficiently. It's not quite capable of keeping up. So let's get more people working at the cookhouse. Let's crank that. Okay, and once we've got that on the road, now we can get these guys Okay, here we go. We have timely intervention. Sir, a child climbed the generator, slipped and fell, but was thankfully caught by a neighborhood watch member who was on patrol nearby. Then he escorted the child to his mother and gave them both a good talking to. It could have ended with a broken leg or worse if it weren't for our watchman, a neighbor commented. We're lucky to have them. I am, in fact, glad that ended well. Let's go back to the medical post. We want to get to a point where I can give them food. Flying Tundra is researched. All right. Let's upgrade that. I want to get that outpost built. 25 wood. All right, so and 40 steel. So we are now on a point where I can build 2 of those, but then we really need our steel to get upgraded. So let's get hunting tactics, which we can't build because we don't have steel. Steel is now going to be the next kind of problem. We're barely keeping up on coal, too, which I'm not super happy about. Alright. We'll have to, yeah. Okay, so you are still waiting for... Yeah, okay. Hang on, we have extra people. What can we do with extra people? Let's get, we do not have extra people because you... Where did the people go who were there? I don't know. I don't know. Scouts have returned to the city, and they brought resources. They brought coal. They brought 3 steam cores, so now we can start thinking about more automatons. We have lots of housing, so housing isn't the issue. So, we're going to go to the American camp. We're going to explore. The coal mine is automated. Its engine is pressurized, but its mining is stopped. The snow around is untrodden, and an eerie silence hangs in the air. We are only going to take the stored coal because we are going to restart the mine shortly. In fact, we're going to restart the mine. Oh, hang on. You are going to go over to the Frozen Grove. No, you're going to go over to the Snow Cliff. Go and do that. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, we have 22 workers available finally, magically, mysteriously. Okay. Let's get you working on that, because I need you there. And I'm going to actually put you to work on coal temporarily, because we do have food, but what we don't have are coal resources. So you need 15 workers until we get that new tech up and running, I think. No, 15 out of 15 workers. We already have... Oh, because we just brought people in. That's why we have extra people. That's excellent. We kind of needed that. We can have more workers in the watchtowers, and we can actually build another watchtower. Because I set up a spot for it right there. Let's get more workers on the food hut until that food is sorted. Okay, new laws. Okay, from here, we can do a couple of things that are low risk. The guard stations are an organized militia will maintain peace and order. And we also have morning gatherings, and this will sign each morning in order to make sure our goals and priorities are clear to everyone. Let's do that. Generally a positive thing. We could use a reminder what we're fighting for each day, so that helps us a little bit. I think it's a waste of time, but if it helps morale. If we aren't going to make it in this hole, we have to leave. Yes, okay. We probably could do with another medical post, but I don't have a whole lot of extra engineers. I need to steal a person from somewhere in order to be able to man you. There we go. Watchtower is built. As promised, you built and manned watchtowers to maintain order in the city. The other thing I was going to do is when I had enough steel, which I might not yet have, I was going to build something. Tech. An Outpost Depot. 25 wood and 45 steel. So that's what we have to save up for. Hunting tactics are researched.
Time to get to work.
Medical post upgrade. It's cheap. Let's do it. Because I can recover that 10 steel pretty quickly. Okay, medical post. Okay, now the problem is we're eating up a lot of our coal doing this, and I kind of want to take people off of that. Get more people in here. For the moment, actually, let's get more people in here. Okay. Healthcare insulation, which will say medical posts all are warmer, which should actually enable me to drop the heater in a lot of cases. The problem is I really want to get to the point of building that. There it is. There it is. There's the level I needed. Outpost Depot. We have to get Outpost going. At least one, if not two. Alright, what do we need? Let's get healthcare insulation as the next target. So we need a bunch of wood and a bunch of steel, as per usual. Alright, here we go. What do we got for long hours of toil? People are worn out. Some of them have been working on extended shifts for days on end. Their effort is taking its toll and are becoming restless. They deserve a break. They'll have to keep regular shifts everywhere for 3 days. Okay. Don't use extended shifts for 3 days. Now, hopefully, they've all been turned off. Okay. I can give them that, and I need to give them that. Alright, here we go. Waiting at the American camp. There's not a living soul in the camp. We found out about a dozen emaciated bodies. Surprisingly, most of them were amputees fitted with prostheses. So we're going to explore that. Starved Americans. The American camp was well supplied with everything except food. Searching the tents, we found more victims of hunger. Most of them have badly worn but sophisticated artificial limbs bearing a company symbol, Tesla Manufacturing. We can only bury them and take their equipment. Alright. We're going to move on to the temporary settlement. And back to the city. We don't need everybody there because we've already converted all the food. Okay, I have to think through where I want to go with this next. Can I build another outpost with 25 wood and 45 steel? So I need more steel. And is this one done? This one is, that's the beacon. No. It's this guy's the Outpost Depot, and it's not quite built yet. But if I can get up enough steel, there we go. Let's automatically build another Outpost Depot. Because let's get 2 outposts out there, fewer people in town to feed, gathering resources for us automatically. There's really no downside. Except we do need to get roads out to them. So that's a thing. So there you go. And you... already have a road leading to you, so that's actually golden. We don't have any more steel, so we gotta kind of leave our engineers doing not engineering stuff. But in the meantime, is there anywhere we can put the engineers? Not really, actually. Alright, more food. More food. Got lots of people who are sick at the moment. So actually, we can't really build a medical post just yet. Okay, we've got end of shift. Infirmary. They're treated fast in the medical post, and the gravely can be treated safely and reliably. That's good. Healthcare insulation is better, but I need 20 steel to do that, and I can't get that yet. We have food for a little while. We have wood, that's not bad. We have reasonably good coal. Oh, waiting. Snow Cliff. The hole in the snow cliff leads to a small chamber. Someone lives here, but the lonely human figures we saw from afar have disappeared. I might be the sole survivor of Winterhome. Okay. The refugee from Winterhome. The man we've seen from afar was nowhere to be found. Searching his burrow, we found a diary of a scientist who fled Winterhome. After the starving city fell into chaos, its leader, an army captain, appointed itself an absolute ruler. He tried to impose order using force. Plenty of people, disgruntled, deserted the city, and most of the others rebelled against him. Alright. So we got a bunch of resources. We're going to head off to the Shrouded Cave. See if we can efficiently get to all of these locations without having to come back here. That'll be helpful. Like if we don't have to make repeated trips back home. It does mean we're vastly delaying can we send people out? Yes, but we need steel and wood in order to do it. Everything requires steel and wood. Alright. Yeah, same thing. Everything requires steel and wood. We only need, what is it we need? We need 10 wood, but we need a lot more steel. Oh, we can open the Book of Laws. Is there anything else along here? Yeah, we can do a little bit of moonshine to generally raise the hope of the people. People get some alcohol every so often to cheer them up. Don't mind a little bit of spirits going on. Waiting. What are we waiting for? Temporary settlement. The settlement seems to have been abandoned. It consists of several tidy wooden shacks that are now completely empty. An upright boulder stands in the center. Memory of Injustice. The center of the settlement is marked with an upright boulder. On its roughly plain surface, someone chiseled the following. May God forgive us for the genius who sacrificed human lives in the name of progress, for we can't. Exiles of Tesla City. We won't touch the monument, but we decided to dismantle the huts for wood. Okay. Now we're going to visit the... Okay, we can visit the walled colony. I think, though, as soon as we do, I'm probably going to end up coming back to the city and then exploring the rest of this on another pass. We've got a lot of resources here we could actually do something with. Why do we have so many people? Doing nothing. That's a problem. Okay. A lot of workers, though, not a lot of engineers. Oh, because I took people out of the necessity of doing the hunter-gathering thing, which, by the way, I still have to upgrade all of those. Okay, so... let's... We need a lot more wood resources, and that's going to require... Lord, that's going to require sawmills. So let's just build a bunch of sawmills. You're still doing sawmilly things. Let's build one of you here. Let's build another one of you here. And let's actually get you guys to work. God, I don't have enough. I don't have enough wood. Ironically. Okay. Well. Children's Hideout. This cave is a hideout for some children who are evacuated from Winterhome. There are no adult survivors here. We should talk to the kids and take them to the city. We talked to the children in the hideout. They said that one night, their teachers and some hunters took them out from Winterhome on a secret adventure. Teachers told them they were going to stay here for a while. When the food ran low, the Guardians went back to get more and they didn't return. Seems these kids were evacuated in time before things in their city got really ugly. Well, we're totally guarding the city, so that's that sorted. Okay, so they're simply on their way. Okay, well. Still got good food. Okay. So we have to get more roads sorted out. Roads to here. You've got roads, so let's actually get you working. Send a bunch of workers in there. We're still okay on coal. It's gonna get cold soon, though. Let's get a bunch of you working in there. It's actually, ironically, not a whole lot of other places. I'll just put you here temporarily, doing at least something. All right. Doing okay on the food front, so we don't need to fully upgrade those yet. So let's see what tech we can do with any resources we have. Healthcare insulation could be good, but let's go straight on into mechanical calculators. Needs 100 wood and 50 steel, and that's a lot. But there it is. Let's just get on with that and reserve. All right. Sawmill's doing okay, so we're building up reserves. Oh, hang on, waiting. Exile colony, numerous snow shelters, expertly built from blocks of hard-packed snow, huddle around cold, burned-out campfires. A deathly silence hangs over the colony. All right. Some of the exiles are still alive, just barely. We could try to bring them to our city, although they might die along the way. One of the dying held a diary to his chest. We read the last entry. Exiled from Tesla City, with food and fuel running out, we sent the strongest amongst us to search for help. They're our last hope. We're afraid this refers to the poor Yankees we buried. Totally escorting them to the city. Now that we've got a whole bunch of extra people arriving, let's, oh, I didn't read the journal. Some of the exiles are still alive, just barely. We could try to bring them to our city, although they might die along the way. One of the dying held it, oh, I already read this. Okay. So, here's the thing. We've got a lot of people coming in. We really want to send people out. Want to get this thing up and running. 40, 20, and a bunch of extra workers. So let's peel off some workers from a few of these places. Not the sawmill, we need that. We can probably make do with pulling them off of the hunter's hut for the moment. Let's send them out. Now, what do we need the most of? Steel from like the dreadnoughts eventually, maybe, but for the moment, we have wood, so we're gonna go for coal, and we're probably gonna go for coal and steel. Like that's how we're gonna handle this. Now that having been done, we are gonna need more housing. Okay, build out more roads to here. And let's see what we can do about, we can't build the, need more of everything before we can build a steam hub. So we need the steam hub to cover a new section, and that's not bad, actually. There we go, there's our new region for mechanical calculations. Calculators have been researched. What does that give us? Oh, so many things to do. Heating, generator power upgrade. Could be useful eventually. Nothing in this region because we don't have the factory, but we should start thinking about that actually. Resources, steam, coal mine. Definitely a possibility. Except we're going to be getting coal in from an external resource, so not strictly necessary yet. Nothing in here that we are expanding upon yet until we get to maybe infirmary mechanization. The big thing I want to get going is I think I want to get going on the factories. So we're going to need a steam core. We're going to need more steel to do that, though. Everybody's doing a thing. Tents. Because we got a lot of people coming in. Okay, we're gonna get quite cold here in the next day. So we're gonna have to start dealing with the fact that we might not have enough coal. Okay, here we go. Writing on the wall. Trouble with the Londoners. Captain, someone has defaced the walls with predictions of doom for a city. This is troubling. People already fear will share Winterhome's fate, and scared minds are swayed even by the smallest nudges. Yeah, we'll send Watchmen to remove it. Can't put a new law in yet. Oh, yeah, okay. Loners gain more followers. That's not fantastic. Alright, waiting. Coal mine, build an outpost. Sends shipments of 800 coal every day. Okay, so that's got our coal temporarily sorted out.
Brace yourselves. Cold is coming.
Okay, so that's a problem, and we're going to go up to steam level 2. But that's going to cause its own issues, because we can't produce coal fast enough.
The workship starts.
But we are going to be getting a shipment of coal in within a day. Okay. How do we want to do this next? Kind of want to send another crew out. Nope, that's not what I want to do. Actually, that is what I want to do. Let's save game. Home to part 7. I think this is scouts have safely returned to the city. We've got 2 of them arriving both at once. We have enough housing for them. That's great. Let's get everybody doing something useful. We actually got quite a bit of extra coal just from them arriving, so we're actually good on the coal front. Is there anything that is expressly a problem? No, but what we can do is we can send these guys out here until I find the steel reserves, which I know are over in this section of the map somewhere. Oh my god. Okay. We are in pretty good shape here. And this is where I'm going to call it, because I want to go do some piracy. We are on the road to possibly being able to do this safely. I'm just going to overwrite this one safe. The thing that's going to become a problem is we're probably going to need to add a little bit more policing, just enough to keep everybody, just to keep the street fairly safe. We haven't had any major crises, and so our discontent is fairly low. Our hope isn't super high, but we're slowly going to increase that as conditions improve. So, yeah. It's been absolutely wonderful having you all here for this stream. Nobody stopped by the chat room, but that's totally okay. Come by if you like, of course. And of course, I have a YouTube channel where I archive all of this stuff, so you can go take a look at that. And thanks for joining me on the stream. This has been Code Weaver Plays Games. And I'll see you in the next stream.